Let's go. Yeah. Sister,
I'm in Babylon.
brother,
I'm in Babylon.
grandma,
I'm in Babylon.
please forgive me for not returning your phone call. United Kingdom, London, home of Emma McCune, one of the best places to be. They've got good programs here to help refugees like me. You see, success would haven't come if I haven't found good people to help me here. Watch in your prayers, pray for UK. Things are not okay. Terrorist attack, war in Iraq, there's recession. Folks are losing their possession. The pound is going down. Everybody's cussing Gordon Brown. Sister,
I'm in Babylon.
brother,
I'm in Babylon.
grandma,
I'm in Babylon.
please forgive me for not returning your phone call.
Cuando no recibimos cariño, yo he visto morir chicos por falta de afecto. Necesita el estímulo, necesita el abrazo, necesita el cobijo.
Viven en contextos donde no hay colores, donde no hay risas, donde no hay música, donde no se juega con los chicos.
El amor es la bomba atómica que hace posible que se desarrolle esa criatura. La educación es una semilla maravillosa, pero si no tengo cerebros intactos no tengo qué cosa educar.
La falta de oportunidades laborales es oscura. No saber leer y escribir es oscuro. La desesperanza es oscura. Y cuando alguien viene con una idea para sacarte de esa oscuridad es luz.
Lo que él hace por los niños no lo hace cualquiera. Nadie se ocupa de hijos ajenos como lo hace el doctor.
No seamos ciegos, no nos tapemos los ojos. Este problema existe y hay que abordarlo. Y esto es una tarea de titanes.
Es posible hacer grandes cosas si uno tiene la cabeza y el corazón borracho de ideales.
La guerra pasa como la lluvia. Al pasar queda el aire mojado, húmedo, ramas en el piso, rastros. La sensación de que el mundo estuvo por caerse hace un rato. La vida se dobló hasta casi romperse y ahora volvió la calma. Pero la tormenta nunca se va del todo. Vuelve entre las sábanas a la noche, en las pesadillas, o en los recuerdos casuales en el día. La muerte nunca es gratis. Cuando salen a pelear, los que salen ya están muertos. No hay otro modo de hacerlo. Si salieran vivos tendrían miedo. Salen condenados y sobreviven por azar. Los que en esta historia salen son niños para el criterio del almanaque, aunque quizá nunca lo hayan sido. Disparan un arma cuando pueden cargarla. Tienen 4 o 6 años cuando sienten en el hombro la fuerza brutal del disparo por primera vez. Emannuel Jal está vivo, aunque debería estar muerto. Está en Londres, aunque sus sueños siguen en Sudán. Dicen que es el nuevo Bob Marley, pero lo que se ve es un chico triste, de mirada impenetrable y gestos austeros. A los 8 años fue cooptado y entrenado por el Ejército de Liberación Popular de Sudán. Su familia ya estaba muerta. Pudo escapar a los 12. ¿Cómo era tu casa, la casa cuando eras chico?
I lived in different places, but I was born in a place called Tony. So my father used to move around a lot because he was he had a big office in the police.
¿Y en qué momento tu padre decide pasarse al ejército de guerrilla de Sudán?
In 1983, SPLA was formed, and so anybody that was suspected to be supporting the Sudan People Liberation Army get arrested. So he saw most of his friends arrested and got killed. And so he had to escape. And so he left us in the government control area.
La guerra entre el norte y el sur de Sudán duró 50 años. El norte contra el sur, los árabes contra los cristianos y un mar de petróleo en el medio. Hubo 2 millones de muertos y 4 millones de personas desplazadas. ¿Cuándo fue la primera vez que tuviste un arma?
That was 1988 when I was trained and in the training center.
¿Y qué sentías teniendo un arma encima?
I feel very strong. I wanted to revenge for my family, and I wanted to kill as many Arabs, as many Muslims as possible, because at that time that's what I knew that was destroying my home, because I witnessed my auntie raped when I was a kid by a government soldier, and also we got beaten once by a government soldier and telling us we are slaves. And I tried to stop them from beating my mother, and I was beaten and I fainted. And so all those images and the flashback from my village burning, my mother screaming, and suppression for my sister, all those were the things that when I was holding the gun, the pictures playing that I'm going to fight. That was the time our region was being attacked by the Arab, yeah. And in 1999, and that time also they just come and they just took everything. People ran away from home. They just vacate their home and then they just go to where they just hiding in the forest. And that time, the Arab knew our hiding place. And they even just learned the attack to that place. Then people were being killed. Yeah, really too bad. Yeah, to me, at that time, I was young. I never seen a death like that. It was just really afraid. Yeah.
George era cristiano, pero uno no elige en el infierno. Tenía que pelear para los árabes. Lo obligaron a matar y a torturar. Tenía 3 días de entrenamiento y un fusil AK-47. A los 15 años lo rescató un avión de la Cruz Roja. A esa edad, en el campo de Kakuma, pudo entrar a la escuela primaria.
And even at that time, they just captured many people. They just killed some. Even I was among those who have been captured at that time. And then I've been training. I just joined the military. I've been training for 3 days. And then there I became one of the Arab soldiers. It's been really crazy to me. Even I don't even know how to carry the gun. It was just too big at that time. I was just 9 years at that time. Yeah. I just saved them for something like, yeah, actually for 6 years. I was just someone I could have just escaped, but actually I was just seeing some of my friends was just trying to escape also. And then they, unfortunately, they didn't make it. And then I decided to do what they just asked me to do. I just followed their rule because of if I just told them this like this, they could even just kill me.
¿Cuál fue la primera muerte que viste?
You see, like, I witnessed so many things. The first person I ever saw shot next to me, I was 5. And that was my mother's bodyguard. So my mother was busy trying to put intestine inside. And then after that, after a while, our village was attacked, so we ran from one place to another one. And the war was really bad. My mother also was claimed by the war, but I came to realize later how she died. I was told she died giving birth after escaping from one area where we got separated from. But all my aunties also died in the war. All my uncles died in the war. Yeah.
Kakuma significa en suajili ninguna parte. Parece una ciudad después de un terremoto. Hay techos de paja y chozas, tiendas de campaña, polvo, tierra y 90.000 refugiados. Kakuma es un hogar y también una prisión. Los que se refugian no pueden salir de allí sin permiso del gobierno de Kenia. Daniel era tan chico que no podía sostener un arma. Entonces fue enfermero hasta que logró escapar. Caminó y caminó hasta que fue vencido por el hambre. Despertó en un campo donde las Naciones Unidas distribuían comida. Dog es hermano de Daniel. Dejó de verlo cuando fue cooptado por la guerrilla de Sudán. Dog logró escapar y caminó con su familia durante un año hasta llegar a Kakuma.
Those Arab came and then they attacked them, so the kid escaped. They being displaced in our village, so they ran away.
The history of Ton at that time, I was just a small kid. I didn't know about it.
I was being 99 years old when I had been taken to the war field. So I went and I spent 3 years in the battle.
If you may able to have a gun, so you can be a soldier anytime.
You're just carrying, but you cannot shoot. You are not able. Because when you shoot it, the gun will force you.
Maybe because that time I was just small. I thought that people, if a person lay down, I thought maybe he's just sleeping, you wake up later. But I don't know, he's just gone.
Gun is a dangerous point. When one hand is point somebody and hit, so that's even a God cannot stop it. When somebody point at you a gun, you are not able to stop. So it was very scary, terrible to me, very crucial way. So I really remember that times it was very terrible to me.
If you lose that childhood, or maybe you become adolescent, you may not get it again.
Y en aquel momento, siendo vos niño, ¿a qué le tenías miedo? ¿Qué te daba miedo?
Oh, I never wanted to be shot on my eye. I used to make a prayer, God, if I don't want to be shot on my leg, I don't want to be shot on my eye. If anything happened, let me die completely. I was scared of losing my eyes or my leg or my hands because I've seen a lot of people who are disabled.
Para Teo Intaguijeva, la tabla de salvación fue la escuela. A los 2 años perdió a sus padres y a la mitad de sus hermanos. Tuvo que dejar la escuela para trabajar en el campo de refugiados, pero hizo lo posible por volver. Y en 2006 fue elegido como el mejor alumno de todo el distrito. La Fundación GUA de Emannuel Jal le consiguió sponsors que financiaran sus estudios en la Escuela Internacional Brookhouse de Nairobi.
It was about, basically in Rwanda, there are 2 main tribes, the Hutus and the Tutsis. And there's another tribe, minority tribe, they're called the Twas. But the genocide was mainly between the Hutus and the Tutsis. So they were just killing each other in the genocide. I was a kid, I was just being carried. I didn't even know what was happening. I was just hearing, you know, guns, gunshots. We're just walking on top of dead bodies and, yeah. So we moved to a refugee camp in Tanzania. Then after 2 years, in 1996, the refugee camp was shut down by the government of Tanzania because the UN had stopped supplying foodstuffs and everything. So the government started forcing people out, you know, they would come to the refugee camp, damaging houses and just chasing everyone out. I was 4, 5 years when the camp was being shut down. And there was that, it was almost like a war because the government troops will come and they'll be shooting in the air and just chasing people. You'll hear kids crying, women, you know, pregnant women, they can't move. You just find people lying on the road, they've been shot, something like that. So all that, sometimes they just come, you know. And so that picture always, it will come to my mind most of the time.
¿Pensabas cada día que ese día ibas a morirte? ¿Que ese día iba a ser el último o no pensabas eso?
Actually, in the real battle, you never know you'll survive. At that moment, I don't think you really don't know. Even when the bombs are dropping, the occasion, a lot of time when I survive, I don't even understand why. You don't know. So you live by the day and you make your prayer.
Yeah, at the time we fought, many people, some was been killed. Even when you are just in the line like this, then you can see your friend has been shot and then he's just died there. And then this just become simple, just like the way you talk. If you just can see that. Yeah. At the first time, you just feel like there's, for some days. Yeah, then after you will get used to it. Yeah, because it's just day by day you see it's just like that. Sometimes it can, you will just get used to that. Even at that time, it was really hard for me. I don't even know what to do, but
¿Tenías amigos en aquel momento? ¿Otros chicos, amigos?
There are a lot of friends that I knew that have died or in the starvation. And what happened is I lacked connecting with people. So because you connect today, you miss your friend, tomorrow it's not good for your emotions. So you put a wall on your heart because soldiers were not supposed to be soft. Because you're gonna miss your family, you're gonna be crying all the time. And so I miss my mother, I miss my brothers and sisters. I used to cry a lot. But after the training, it changed.
in that, you know, people may be innocent people, kids, they were being killed, actually. And that is the worst thing. Because when you just look at it, if the people are just basing, their aim is to fight with the soldier, they could have not even just do things like that. But they're just basing whoever they just found there, a kid, a old man, a young ladies, they also just killed them, imagine. Yeah, the worst is that many people are just, even up to now, what I am just known, that even many people will just remain for and they're just hopeless. They can't do anything.
I can't remember me being a kid, you know, I was always on the run. You know, everywhere I went, there was violence. I was in Rwanda when I was a kid and there was war. I went to Tanzania and there was that clash. I was in the camp and there was just clash. So I can't remember really being a kid in a peaceful environment. It's hard, you know.
¿Pensaste en aquel momento en matarte para terminar con eso o no?
Yeah, I tried a couple of times. There's a time, I think I did try to, and the bullet refused to work, I think. I can't remember. I tried a couple of times. I wanted to die. And I tried to cock my AK-47. There's no energy. And then I tried to, it was, I don't know how to put it, but a couple of times I wanted to kill myself.
Las aulas de Kakuma dan a diario una clase contra el odio. Allí árabes y cristianos aprenden juntos y la educación primaria y secundaria es gratuita.
When I was in the camp, I would go to the streets of the camp, and you're seeing kids who are being left by their parents. They're in the streets. They can't go to school. They're suffering. They don't have food. They're just roaming around. So I looked at that and I said, I don't want to live this kind of life. Let me go to school. Hopefully something will come out of it, and I'll go places. I'll reach somewhere. I was 8, yes. I was 8 years, and my brother was 12 around there. So there was no food. The food that the UN was giving wasn't enough. We had no food, no money, nothing. And we wanted to go to school. Sometimes I'll go to class, and in the morning, I haven't even eaten for a number of days. I'm just going there I would go with my books. I didn't even have a school bag. I didn't even have shoes. I would just be walking, and it's hot, the surface is really hot.
¿Cómo es morirse de hambre?
Dying of hunger is really different. It's first you feel hungry, your stomach, you lose energy. Then after a day or two, you don't feel the stomach paining, so it becomes your body, you feel sleepy. And at the moment, by the time you feel sleepy, and if you try to sleep, you'll not wake up. So maybe the first day is really, really tough. Second day, a bit tough. The third day, when there's nothing, you just want to sleep. Your stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Like the occasion where we had no food, we're depending on vultures, snails, and rats and anything. When all those things disappear and the cannibalism comes, one of my friends died in a journey that we escaped, and I was tempted to eat him because there was no food, so there was cannibalism. When I'm here wanting to eat my friend, I prayed. I said, God, give me something to eat, and if I survive this part of my story, wherever I go, I'll tell to give you credit. And so I prayed, and more birds came, and after that prayer, I never starved again.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't give up. I said, I'm not going to give up. I sat with my brother to decide who should go to school. Since it was hard for both of us to attend school, we decided that my elder brother should stay back and just work for people so that I can at least attend school. So he said, you continue. And then if you find something, even me, I'll attend school. But I continued school. It was hard. So to read and understand was really hard. But we kept on working, working hard and everything.
Rebeca Niamey es huérfana desde que puede recordar. Escapó de Lear, donde vivía con su tío después de un ataque de los árabes. Caminó 400 millas hasta Nyala, donde fue rescatada por las Naciones Unidas. Pudo terminar la escuela secundaria en Kenia con una beca de GUA.
When the war broke out, my grandfather and my auntie, was still a girl by then, a young girl by then, was the one who took care of us. We ran from place to place, We footed. It was heavily raining, you can imagine, in the cold. Many of those who were with us got caught on the way and they passed on. Those of us who were lucky to get to the other side, and then we survived. I was unable to go to school earlier. It's very difficult being a woman. It is. women are considered as property of the men. Yeah, that's how it is in South Sudan, and that's how it used to be. But as for now, as in how I've seen it from other countries, from other people, a woman can do as much as well a man can do. We had an English teacher in primary school, yeah, that's back in the camp. Yeah, she was this wonderful woman. I mean, during the times when we used to have dramas in school, yeah, she would teach and be around, yeah. When she had the team, I was like, yeah, sure, if she can do it, if men can listen to her, and then there will also be a time in South Sudan when the men of South Sudan will listen to the women of South Sudan. So I have to do as much as that woman does.
El desafío de Rebeca es doble. En Sudán es mucho más común que una chica sea madre prematura que alumna secundaria. ¿A qué edad pudiste enamorarte?
I think that was 1994. I was 14, and I thought I was bewitched, and I beat the girl. I was chasing the girl and telling her, "You've gone to a witch doctor, and you've done this to my heart, and now I can't concentrate in class. I came to study, I didn't come to look for girls." It was really funny.
¿Te costó querer a alguien en el medio de toda esa locura? De la muerte y de la guerra.
It was weird. It was something that I've never experienced. I was dizzy. I was getting high. You see this girl, you dream about her. You want to do all good stuff. It was a new experience because I was getting an adolescent. So it's something with my emotion that I did not know.
Durante todo ese tiempo, desde que eras niño muy pequeño hasta los 20 años, ¿qué lugar ocupó la música en vos? ¿O no había lugar para la música?
Yeah, my mother used to be in a choir. Yeah, she used to sing. But I was never a good musician as a kid. Used to sing offbeat. Even up to now, I'm still a struggling musician. I'm still learning every now and then, learning new stuff to try to go with the beat, to write the lyrics, and I'm opening my ears because I want to do the best I could.
Nilianza kufuata pesa karibu nipotea gizani mama. Hele gizani vitale vibana gana. Ewe Mungu Baba nishika mkono sitakupotea gizani bana bala. Amani, duniani, jamani, ona shetani najaribu kunisukuma kule gizani. Sister, I'm in Babylon.
Brother,
I'm in Babylon.
Grandma,
I'm in Babylon. Please forgive me
for not returning your phone call.
Connie Abe es corista de Emannuel y su historia es similar a otras historias de Sudán del Sur. Todavía ve en sus sueños a gente corriendo entre las bombas y escucha el ruido de los cañonazos.
I feel honored to be singing and performing with Emannuel Jal. I think what he does, it's bigger than him. And he even says, you know, in one of his lyrics, "I ain't the best rapper, Lord knows I can't sing." And it just shows you that music is something that he stumbled upon. It wasn't something that he wanted to do consciously. So it's very much about his message. And he represents people who have died. He represents people who've suffered. He represents a nation that the world pretty much chose to ignore for a very long time. But, you know, we've got Bob Marley, we've got Emannuel Jal, we've got Tracy Chapman, we've got people who've really made it, Nina Simone, they've really made a difference in this world through what they're saying. And yeah, I think it's a gift to be able to have the chance to go out there and do something positive through music. Yeah.
No time for family, time is money. Everything here move by the clock. Our cousins are only half a block. Haven't seen them for almost a year. You'll be shocked when you see me, the stress is in my dreadlock. I'm a hustler, victims finding ways to survive in the system. Sister,
I'm in Babylon.
Brother,
I'm in Babylon. I'm in Babylon. Please forgive me
for not returning your phone call.
GUA es una ONG fundada por Emannuel Jal, que sostiene un programa de becas para chicos sobrevivientes de la guerra en Sudán y del genocidio en Ruanda.
Emannuel Jal, he was in this school. He had gotten a scholarship in this school. So luckily that same year, he had gone to the camp to look for students who had done well in the camp. I met him luckily. Then I told him my story. I showed him my marks. And he said, I know a school that can offer you a full scholarship. So he told me, come to Nairobi. He gave me some money to take a bus and come to Nairobi. So I took a bus and I came to Nairobi and I met the owner of the school. So the owner said, I've helped him and he's also helping people. And I want you to do the same thing. Once I help you and you get a good education, go out there and educate a number of people who cannot afford to be educated.
They are having this advert, like the education chances here. And they wanted 5 students to apply. I was like, okay, let me try my luck. If I'll be able to get it, then fine. I applied, then I was lucky to get the chance among the 5 boys. I think we are like 9 of us. Yeah, the 8 were boys and I was the only girl, yeah.
Yeah, what are you willing to lose so that somebody else could win? Because, for example, if you lose 1 cup of coffee, that could be $2 or $1. That is somebody else's meal somewhere. So if you lose that and send it a day, you're feeding a whole family. There's 5 people that depend on $1 a day. Mm-hmm. And so the concept is not saying give, it's a concept is what are you willing to lose?
Rebeca estudia literatura en la Universidad Marista de Nairobi. Quiere ser maestra y volver a su pueblo, Lier, en Sudán, donde GUA construye la Emma Academy. Theo se graduó en Brookhouse y ganó una beca en la Universidad de Nueva York. En todo ese tiempo, cuando estabas siendo pequeño, ¿te costaba dormir, conciliar el sueño?
There was no chance, there was no time. We don't sleep a lot of time. You know, when you're engaged in the battlefield, it's hard to actually have real nightmares. At that time, there was no nightmares as such. But I experience nightmares when I'm in a peaceful place. You know, when there's no war now, that's when the battles goes into your dreams.
Sometimes you do having, but even, you know, something you experience for so many years, and it's very hard to forget. Yeah, when it comes, it's just, it disturbs you a lot, and you just see how things goes at that time. But what you need, you just think, what can I do about something like this? What am I supposed to do to stop all this? Yeah, and then you just feel like you think of something big. Yeah, you think of something big that, you know, like my education. Yeah, I do. because that was the thing I've been really wanted to do. Yeah, and that one, and I'm just working on it. Yeah, and I will do it because I know, and I will do it. Yeah.
¿En qué momento dejaste de odiar y por qué?
Yeah, it was difficult, but when I let go, I became free. When you forgive, you become free and you work really well as a person. And so it's a challenge. You have to constantly remind yourself because the wounds could be healed, easily scratched, and you go back to scratch.
When I was a kid, for example, in the camp, I would be working with a football made of plastic paper bags because we couldn't afford a real football. So we'd make our own football in a plastic paper bag. So whenever I was not in school, let's say on a Saturday or Sunday, I'll just be playing around. It's a good way of, and we'll be playing around with kids from other communities, Rwandan, Sudanese. So in that interaction, you tend to forget about your problems. Because I knew that at home, when I went back to our house, me and my brother would be starving probably. We don't have food. So playing around with the other kids in the camp would help me to just tend to forget a little bit, forget about our problems. I believe education is one of the most important healers of such a thing.
Education that I have got it, that's what we're going to forget, what I have been.
In education, you may have, you can change your future life.
Maybe one day, I may be a doctor.
No matter what I do, no matter how rich, famous, poor, stupid I become, I want to go back and make a difference in somebody's life.
Through education, you can even know the part of fighting and peace.
When you have a story, when you're telling someone, like the way I'm telling you, there's that you feel relieved, you know. It's like you're releasing it out, and you feel good, you know. You feel relieved. You feel like there's someone beside you who can help you. Yeah.
This can goes to my fellow friends, Sudanese, wherever they are, and I can tell them, brother, wherever you are, do what you think the best. And don't even forget that where you were coming from, because you know what you experienced at that time. Yeah, that can make you to do something that will make a future to in the light. Yeah.
If everyone was to say today that I'm going to strive to do my best to make the world a better place, then the world is going to be a better place. Because it has to begin with an individual. Like Michael Jackson said, it has to be the man in the mirror to begin with that person. So it can definitely be a better place.
¿Pensás que puede salvarse el mundo?
It's possible. It's possible to save the world if people are given responsibility. It's about education. It's about awareness. 99% of every human being on earth is amazing. I would say 99% are good people. One person is extraordinary. And the other person that we consider as a bad person, I would call them confused. They just need to be accepted and given an opportunity. Because I believe everybody's villain, somebody else's devil, is somebody else's angel.
Tienen un tajo en el alma que nunca podrán cerrar del todo. Aunque es curioso porque la muerte, al final, no mató nada en ellos. Son ángeles negros que se ríen con dientes de maíz. Vienen de ninguna parte, pero saben a dónde van.